orientation, frameworks, principles, depth. Ayun, I think those are the four main things. Sobrang nagbago when I took this shift in my educational path, also my career. So aside from coming from engineering, I took up industrial engineering. Isang taon lang naman, so hindi ako masyadong na-immerse sa majors ng industrial engineering. Pero buti na lang isa lang. Like, I didn't need to get deeper para malaman na hindi pala yun para sa akin. But, after spending 1 year in engineering, dropping out, focusing on building my career, which were mainly in fields na parang nasa trajectory pa rin ng industrial engineering. I worked in companies related to the financial markets, fintech, blockchain, and then also sports. So all of those, in a way, there has this theme of efficiency, performance optimization, outputs, diba? And I would say, aside from the demographics of being male-dominated, yung essence din nung industries na yun, na mga yun, very masculine din. And this is something I also eventually realized as I shifted and got back into university when I was studying different sociological theories. So yun, I shifted from engineering, isang taon, I dropped out, worked, went back, technically engineering student pa rin, pero I already processed my shifting after a term to sociology, which is a social science in the College of Liberal Arts. It was a very interesting journey, and as I am filming this is only my second term with majors, with full-blown sociology major courses for my undergrad. Importante din yon para mabigyan ko ng konteksto na maaga pa ako sa tinatahak kong to. Pero I already am, in a way, medyo deep enough to know what really changed and how I am being changed as someone who kind of shifted paths. In a way, hindi naman siya sobrang layo kasi when I was working, I was building this specialty in a way of building digital communities that also converts to in-person communities, especially for activities more in-person event centered, yung iba educational events, yung iba just in-person gathering, networking events, but more importantly how sports is, especially like basketball, syempre kailangan mo talaga makipagkita sa mga tao. I was focusing and I loved my job in a way na related din siya sa social science, na related din sa sociology, para medyo na-reverse engineer ko lang na nauna yung work before the degree. But I think it's one of the best decisions I made kasi sobrang nag-ground into frameworks na I don't think I would learn this if I was working. And that's when I realized na, oh my gosh, that's, I think, when university education is really, really worth it. In contrast to beliefs na, ano lang yan, Bachelor of Arts, no. Sobrang dami nagbago. Mainly, again, going back to the points na orientation, frameworks, depth, principles. Ayan, so what is it actually like shifting from those very technical fields, focus on efficiency, performance, optimization, to now where I'm at in life, in my career, in my work, pero particularly focusing on shifting to a social science degree. What is it actually like? So I think that gives a very good baseline contrast that if you are kind of going through the same thing, also already might be resonating, baka matunog na siya, baka may mga ideas na rin na baka ganun nga pag nag-shift ka, or baka maging same yung experience or baka iba rin, you know. Pero ito yung naging experience ko. Bumabagabag din siya sa akin, particularly also what led me to making this video is second term ko nga to, and kaka-start pa lang namin. So syempre you get to have orientations, but also you get your first set of readings after being immersed nung first term, which is very heavy kasi parang sabi nga nung isa na sa mga prof ko, when he went through that process also coming from STEM to entering sociology, parang nagpapalit daw siya ng religion. And I resonate so much. Kasi imagine, ako as a person, sobrang intentional ko sa mga ginagawa ko sa buhay ko for the past years. And yung orientation ko, focusing on creating systems, organization, operations, efficiency, results, sobrang iba. And yun yung na-realize ko nung binabasa ko rin yung mga readings ko for the past few days. Kasi now, yun, in terms of orientation, instead of now being focused on results, system building, to be good at what I read, at what I do, and how I integrate and embody everything I consume, it's very much the opposite of where I was before. So if you're not so familiar with liberal arts or social science, ang pinaka sandata mo dito ay pagbabasa. You're gonna have to go back, particularly for sociology, you're gonna have to go back to history, to how society is in the 18th century. Way before that, kailangan mo ng konteksto kung nasan ba yung mga mundong yun nung mga panahong yun, at paano nag-emerge yung mga teorya, yung mga pananaw sa mundo nung 18th century, 19th century to modern and contemporary theories. For sociology, the big names are Marx, Durkheim, Weber, primarily. So parang sa konteksto nila nung buhay sila, di ba? And it was sa Europa yon, so syempre iba rin yung context nun. Pero you have to understand how things emerged. And the only way you do that, wala namang silang vlog ng mga panahon yon. So you read literature, you read books, you read essays. And the way you integrate the world as they were before and how they saw it. Tapos, yung mga scholar, mga mananaliksik, they built from that to the early 1900s, to the late 1900s, to the 2000s. So, kailangan mo talaga magbasa. And, alam nyo ba, like, syempre before, I was also very immersed in the finance industry, hustle culture, personal development. Sobrang daming ideas, that deals with how you cope up with these finances. Pero once you start learning more about the system, how things are interconnected, how capitalism is, how the economy and politics are influenced by social forces as well, you get to have more holistic view of what it is for everyone in the society, but also for you as a member of that society. At isa sa mga challenge dito, na yung pinapaliwanag ko siya, bigla na siya nag-pop up sa utak ko, is kapag sinusubukan kong i-communicate yung mga ideas na to, primarily, kaya ko siyang i-communicate sa wikang English. English kasi, a lot of literature sa mga ganitong klaseng disiplina, nasa English talaga. If it was, kunwari, written in a European language like German or French, if ita-translate nila, syempre ita-translate nila sa English. Kasi mas, in that way, mas readable siya, hindi naman nila ita-translate to Filipino. Diba? So, heavy literature on European side of the world. But also, the other side of it, it's not rampant for us to have non-Western literature that may be better, that are actually better in reflecting kung ano ba yung mga realidad at mga pagbabago, pangyayari, sistema, pagkakaiba from Western to what the actualities are, let's say, here in the Philippines. Ayun, may whiteboard marker ako. May whiteboard ako. Actually, I don't know what I was gonna write, but ayun. Read. I was never a reader. But, kasi nga, when I chose this field, you know, in a way, na hang din yung career ko. Like, in a way, you know, I can take on work, I can take on projects, pero I intentionally chose and decided to slow down on that aspect. Primarily because kailangan ko rin naman talaga mag-slow down. Pero also, you know, yung opportunity cost. Kasi, may mga jargons rin na galing sa world of finances and economics. Yung mga opportunity cost na sacrifice ko to allocate my time and energy to wherever I am now. So I'm very intentional to be here, you know, and I think it's one of the best standpoints you can get when you go from a very technical field, having been immersed there, or particularly having been immersed in the working life, to now getting to ground yourself in theories and frameworks na mas nagagrasp mo kasi naranasan mo na siya. Yun yung mahirap eh. Kasi I think not just in social sciences and liberal arts, in any field, you know, it's really hard to apply frameworks and things you don't really see the point of, or you don't really see at all yet because of where you currently stand in life, which is not your fault, which was not our fault. It's just the way things are, and the educational system isn't really designed to, you know, accommodate that. Kasi from senior high, college ka na agad. Tapos, alam mo yun, ilang taong ka lang naman nun. You don't really get to decide what you wanna do. You haven't really explored. So, ano na ba? Diba? Pero, going through these changes, you know, it doesn't totally erase my identity of who I was. I see this more of an integration. So, coming from a different field doesn't really, I think it's a strength as well. Nagkakaroon ng synergy, ng iteration, ng honing, na where it was already anchored before, to now how you can move on from that. Pero may reference point ka na. Sobrang amazing. Every time I read something new, I get so mind blown. Kasi, oh my gosh, ganun pala yun. Diba? When I see hustle culture motivational quotes pertaining to how we relate ourselves to other people, relate ourselves to our work, to our mas commonly used sa sociology is yung means of production. You get to see why that idea is, pero where can that idea be rooted, not only because of personal principle, but also because of how things really are as interconnected in the social. So, ang galing. So, magiging evident din siya. Kunwari, when I talk, and if I upload this on YouTube, ang dami kong old videos doon. And makikita mo rin yung difference of use of language. I would say medyo nag-transform yung use of language ko now because of also yung mga nakikita ko, nagkakaroon na ako ng lengguwahe kung paano ko ba iintindihin, paano ko ba i-interpret and translate sa actual words yung mga napoproseso ng utak ko. So, nagkakaroon ng synergy. And I still, love where I was before. I really love, let's say, kunwari, numbers related to finances, understanding the economy, money, diba? I loved that season of my life. And now it's time to integrate that to how sociology, society, frameworks, and perspectives relate to that. Or not necessarily relate, but also critique, expand, and just, see beyond of the world of where those ideas come from, but now stem from that. Galing, sobrang galing. No, it's not really abandoning now, pero magkaroon lang ng shift of, going back to the first few points again, orientation, principles, depth, and ano yung isa, frameworks. But what's more important here now, I don't think it would have been the same impact na yung na-experience ko ngayon if there was a lack of intent, if there was a lack of alignment. So it was really a decision na I thought about a lot. Pero the way that I am amazed now, the way that I am threading and puzzling all of this together now with my career, with my work, with my plans, with what I want to do with my life here on Earth, hindi ko alam na ganito pala siya kalalim. Ganito pa pala pwedeng ilalim nung mga mararanasan ko, maintindihan ko, at magiging pananaw ko sa mundo. Yeah, it's been crazy, interesting, but also, if it calls you, I could say na this is actually a field that calls me, that pulls me, then I think, so much can, kasi it's not an easy decision, di ba? Kasi you have to consider where can this field take you, where can this field add to you in your aspects of your life, especially if you have priorities and responsibilities as related to money. I have my stance on that, pero masyado nang haba, especially as added nuance by sociology. But for me, with what I realized in all of this, even though there's still this dominating discourse on how certain fields are high earning, are higher earning than others. I think so much can sprout from just, having full alignment and full intent in wherever you are, regardless of where that may be, especially at the year 2026. Diba? Whether that's arts, social sciences, liberal arts, sports. I've also worked in sports, so that's also an interesting perspective. Having seen the industry a bit more up close than what's accessible the most. So, yeah, alignment and intent. But now I really get to appreciate paying for university na pricey, pero what value can you actually get? Pero if you were to tell my, let's say, 5 year ago self and place that self to where I am now, hindi niya ma-maximize to in the way that I am maximizing it right now. Yeah. And if you got this far, I am recording a video like this mainly because I feel like there's value in just recording my thoughts as it is. Di ko na i-edit, di ko na i-shorts, i-reels. I just hope this finds yung maka-resonate sa ganitong klaseng conversation. No, if you're one of those people, then nice. Kasi if you're gonna look at my other videos, and I had this phase of more consistent content creation, particularly in shorts. I still wanna do it, pero it's just a different season in my life right now. I will get back to it in the future. That is part of one of the things that I like, the plans that I have. But for now, I don't have to wait for time to give me a perfect timing before I can just, open the camera, talk, and then put it on the internet. Kasi I also don't think a lot of people share experiences like this. Particularly on medyo non-conventional paths in the Philippines. I am taking up sociology, and sa university namin, sa Lasal, in Partida, Lasal na yun, in our batch, we're less than 15. Diba? Recently, I read an article, I published a paper on sociology students, particularly in PUP, and there was a survey regarding on understanding sociology as experienced by the students. It was published by a professor from PUP and another professor from LaSalle. I just forgot the title. Pero published yun, and it was posted in Philippine Sociological Society sa Facebook. They also shared it there. And sobrang konti talaga ng, at least from that data, sa PUP. Sobrang rare ng mga pupunta sa field na to, na yun talaga yung first choice nila. A lot end up in, na parang, beautiful accident na they ended up staying, ganyan. Pero in the way that I have experienced working, the unconventional path of dropping out, working in corporate, working in emerging industries such as blockchain, working internationally with international clients, but also a Singapore-based company, that worldview gives me enough conviction to be intentionally here instead of working out there, pursuing the plans that I had for myself way before. And that's also on me, na hindi naman ako anak mayaman at wala rin akong generational wealth. Right? I'm also just someone who wants to live a good life, escape, have financial freedom, time freedom, all the forms of freedom. But then, mas, ang galing kasi mas naging nuanced or mas tumalas yung pananaw ko tungkol doon dahil din sa mga recently na mga binabasa ko. Anyway, I guess that's it for now. I could yap for longer, get this longer, but I think I've already answered the main point of our question. or discussion point for today at yung mga itong question na to na medyo mas nadi-differentiate ko at dumadalaw sa utak ko nitong mga nakaraang araw. Kasi tinan mo, ito, isa to sa mga binabasa ko recently. So what I do is I print it, yung book, kunwari itong book na to. Ano yan, 4 pages per paper. Kasi 2 per page is back to back. Medyo mas economical pag ganun. Ito, babasa ko naman siya kahit maliit siya. Tapos medyo medyo natitrick ko yung utak ko na, isang page lang yung binasa mo. isang page lang ng bond paper, pero 2 talaga. It makes it seem like it's congested. But yeah, it's been interesting, so I hope that gives you an insight. But also, this can be something interesting my future self will just watch. At kung nasan ako nitong mga panahon to. Okay. Bye-bye.